If you're a dog lover like me, you know how much of a special bond you could have with your four-legged furry friends. Well, now imagine if your profession or your line of duty entailed that your partner be a canine cop. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Well, in our next story, we're going to give you a behind-the-scenes look with Baltimore County Canine Unit here in Maryland for an insider's perspective of a dog's life on the line. This is the county, Baltimore County, Maryland. Officer Ben and his partner Officer David Rossler have dedicated their lives to the community they serve.
He watches my back, I watch him. He never lets me down. He catches a lot of bad guys, keeps them off the street. 1528, 1097.
In his 8 years of service, Canine Cop Ben has apprehended over 200 people off the streets of Baltimore County. Officer Ben is Officer Rossler's 5th canine partner, and as he says, Ben is probably the best partner he's ever had in his 23-year career with the police department.
You ready to go to work? Let's go work. We'll go fetch some pie.
We joined this canine team on a narcotics training session. Sniffing out drugs is Officer Ben's specialty.
Ready, buddy? Ready? Fetch pie. Check up. Boy. Check here. He can sense my surroundings a lot better than I can or any human partner. His hearing is so much more acute. Obviously his sense of smell is much more acute. And he detects people long before I ever hear them, see them, or anything.
While watching Officer Rossler and Officer Ben in action, you cannot help but think of one of those Hollywood movie cop team scenarios.
He actually reminds me of the dog off of the one with, was it Jim Belushi, Canine Cop? Where the dog's like sleeping in the bed with him and then he's chasing bad guys. Well, he's the same way, he's spoiled rotten. I kick him out of bed and he hops right back up into bed. When I wake up, he's laying there.
But check out this real footage of this dynamic canine team in action.
We had somebody that just murdered somebody at a restaurant, and we had several police officers and canine dogs in the area looking for him. And I arrived on the scene with Ben, and they had been looking for probably about 45 minutes for the suspect. And Ben located this murder suspect in about 2 minutes, hiding underneath a pile of tires. Police canine, speak up now, release the dog, you may get bit. Police canine, speak up now, release the dog. Right here.
They will protect you till the bitter end. They'll do whatever you tell them to do. They would die for you.
Oh, nice.
And we know that. And most of us have a great love for our partners on top of the commitment to the job and what we do.
Up until the 1950s, canine cops were trained to be extremely aggressive, and when they weren't working, they were kenneled. But here in Maryland, which at the time had one of the largest canine units in the country, they were experimenting with a new form of training. Today, the Baltimore method is one of the most popular training methods in the United States.
Things changed pretty drastically when it was quickly understood that for these teams to be an effective team, there has to be a bond between the handler and his canine partner. And to truly make sure that that bond is instilled, and that's when the whole thought process changed or began to change. And dogs started going home with handlers and living with them, and these dogs go home. This is a common practice from coast to coast.
Corporal Michael Stricker and his canine partner, Officer Jack, are also part of this unique police division. Right now, the Baltimore County Canine Unit is the largest in the state of Maryland, with 29 working dogs and 25 handlers. These canine officers are cross-trained in narcotics, explosive and gun detection, and the Baltimore County Unit is lucky to have a rare asset, a police cadaver dog. Officer Amy is Officer Rossler's other canine partner on the force.
She's our department's only cadaver dog, and her job is so much more varied than even the patrol dogs. She's got to be able to look for human remains in water, burned down buildings, explosions, collapsed buildings, burials, wooded areas, field areas. Her specialty is so spread out that it's a lot of training, a lot of agility she has to go through.
And the nature of what these canine officers and their human partners have to do on the job is quite physical. From jumping over fences, crawling through tunnels, and climbing trees, their overall health, joint strength, and mobility is extremely important.
I try to work out at least 3-4 times a week, take supplements, same supplements Ben takes. Since I've had him on it, which has been about probably 4 years now, he's just been you know, never slowed down for his age.
We start looking, you know, when they get about 8 or 9, when they come through the retraining process and the recertification process. It's one of the jobs of the training staff to assess the dogs and see if the dogs are showing any signs that their body's starting to fail them in certain ways. The dogs won't tell you.
Right? Peace.
They give their work lives to Baltimore County. Hopefully we can give them their end of their life home being just a retired dog, just like you or I would want to be retired and enjoy the end of our life.
Up. Up.
Just watching Officer Ben, it's hard to believe he's 10 years old. That's 70 in human years. That's why it's been so hard for the Baltimore County Canine Unit to retire him. He simply has not slowed down.
When he gets out on the road, he's 100%, and when he gets on the suspect's trail, I can tell. And he gives it 110% once he gets on that trail. He's always been a slow, methodical dog when he searches for narcotics and even when he's looking for suspects. He's been that way since the day we got him. And I think that's helped pace him through his career.
Fall 2010, badge number 2206 will officially be retired. Officer Ben will live out his civilian life with Officer Rossler and his family. He's scheduled to many days running in the woods, swimming in the stream, and playing ball like a puppy with his loyal partner that helped him throughout his long career take a bite out of crime.
That's my boy. Tell me. He's gonna be my pet. And it'll be hard for him when he sees the other dog that replaced him going to work with me in uniform. It's gonna be tough on him. He's my buddy. And I hope he thinks as much about me as I do of him. Ready to go to work? Huh? Ready to go to work? Here's your toy. Good boy.
Well, that's all the time we have left this week. Remember, it's your life, live it, and live it well. We'll see you next week. High five, Fachi, high five.